Okay, so I just got home from a very tiring long drive from a family visit. Took me hours to go there and to come back. And first thing I do is, hey, I want to play some Overwatch. First thing I see on YouTube is that Diva is getting a buff really soon. And I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to... Blizzard, what the hell are you doing? First, you give her a nerf, which was totally uncalled for. No, let's just start from the beginning, alright? I have been playing Diva as a main since before the game came out. So, I've been playing open beta, blah 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 blah. Let's start from the beginning. Diva was an harasser, alright? She had a crappy defense matrix that you just toggle on and it stays on until you remove it, I think. And then it goes away and it's on a 10-second cooldown or some shit. And then, you know, that was really sucky because people just wait that out. At some point everyone knew, hey, you know, when Diva has her defense matrix up, let's just wait. No one shoots. Then the moment it goes down, everyone will focus her and shoots her down. So they gave her a buff, which was good, and they allowed it to be toggled on and off whenever she wanted with the cooldown bar, maximum of 4 seconds uptime, blah blah blah. All right, so that buff, and I'm gonna say right now, my opinion on Diva is unbiased because she's not the only player I play. I know Diva, I know her praise, and I know her counters. So when she gets a buff or when she gets a nerf, I know if this is uncalled for or if it's justified. So she got a buff on the defense matrix, which was justified in my opinion. A lot of people say that, hey, that is totally uncalled for. I made a video about this, got a lot of hate on it, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate on this. But if you can't counter Diva, you need to do more investing, like learning, like how can I counter her. So yeah, that buff stayed up for a long time. There was a lot of hate on it, but Blizzard made it stay. Then I think she got another buff, which was together with Pharah. Pharah got a buff that she can stay longer in the air, and she had more minimum blast damage of her rockets. And then Diva got a buff on her armor. She got more armor, which meant that she had like 600 health. And at that point I was like, hey, that's pretty nice. That's really, really generous, Blizzard. You didn't have to do that. In my opinion, Diva was good as she was. You didn't have to give her a buff, because now what happened is she got a buff. A lot of people started playing Diva, and now she was really, really considered OP, and Blizzard knew that. But I don't know what they did. She was already considered OP by decent sized community because of her toggle on and off defense matrix, but now that she had her health buff or armor buff, she was considered OP, and she was a massive pain in the ass. I cannot disagree. In my opinion, that buff was not needed. As a Diva main, I'm not afraid to say she didn't need that buff. Alright, she was a bit too strong. 4 gold, easy, no problem. Who needs DPS when we have Diva, right? Now, what they did, they nerfed her to shit. They even nerfed her worse than before she got her buff. She ended up with like, they switched up her armor and health, and was total shit. And they tested this in PTR, and there was a lot of hate on it. She really got melted down to pieces of melted stuff. What's melted? Whatever. Melted ice cream. Yeah. Why do people say melted nowadays? I just got like ripped apart or wrecked. But anyway, now she's even worse, and Blizzard tested this in PTR, and I thought, hey, this is not gonna get deployed on live. But Blizzard was like, yeah, we're gonna deploy this shit because I don't want to hate on Blizzard or anything. But yeah, I'm not really happy with why I'm making this video. Anyway, now she's deployed in live, and it's total really bad. It's hard to get it's hard to stay alive with her. You know, Blizzard, you don't have to nerf and buff heroes all the time just because they get picked a lot, or because they're like, oh, they get picked a little bit too much. Oh, she's a little bit too annoying, she stayed a little bit too much alive. Well, you know what, Tracer isn't a pain in the ass when our team is grouping up and we're playing competitive and Tracer is behind us removing our supports of the game. I mean, we're not gonna say, hey, Tracer is OP. No, that's her role. Tracer is annoying. That is her thing. You won't see Tracer coming from the front saying, "Hi, I'm gonna blink towards you so that you can shoot me in the head," just like any other player you see. No, Blizzard comes from the side, the flash is away. You need someone to switch hero to counter her. That's how badass she is. Now D.va is an harasser. She goes in the front line, she doesn't give a crap. She just goes in, she flies in, she destroys some stuff, she messes up everything, she comes back safely. In most time, that's what D.va is. Reinhardt is the guy who stands in the choke. Reinhardt is the guy who pushes the whole team forward. Reinhardt is the guy who, when you get melted down, you're gonna get a Ryan, you gotta stand behind the Ryan, you gotta move forward slowly. You don't say, "Hey, Ryan is on every choke point, there's always a Ryan." You know, there's always a, you don't, Ryan is the guy for that. Sometimes in the game you have heroes who just need on certain points, who just get picked because they're the only heroes to do that. So you didn't need to nerf D.va. Honestly, now you're trying to make up for your crappy decision, and now you're gonna give her a buff on her defense matrix that she can counter Roadhog's overpowered hook. By the way, it is now really overpowered because when Roadhog makes a hook, he makes a kill. Hook is a guaranteed kill, and D.va's main scariest hero is not Zyra anymore, because Zyra, let me tell you, when I see a Zyra as a D.va player, I get the hell out of there, because Zyra rips my mecha in pieces. But now if I see a Roadhog, I'm jumping off the cliff already. I'm just gonna save you guys some time, and I'm just gonna jump off already because I'm gonna get destroyed. Alright, it's a guaranteed kill. But now Blizzard is giving her a buff on her defense matrix so that she can just, whenever she gets hooked, she can keep it up, and she can save the shot. Because now the thing with the defense matrix is it doesn't work when someone is in your face shooting you. The bullets have to have a minimum travel time before the matrix can absorb them, and when the guy is in your face, the bullet won't reach that minimum travel time because, you know, the shot has already landed. And yeah, this way you can save teammates. Well, let me tell you, I've been saving my teammates from a lot of Roadhog's hook in the game already. You know, this is not a guaranteed save. It's like a 50-50 thing. Whenever I see someone getting hooked by Roadhog, I always put my defense matrix on them, and there's a 50% chance that I will save my teammates. It's fine, we don't need that guaranteed save. It's fine, you know, you guys just roll back whatever you did. Roll it back. Go remove her health, alright? Go to pre-nerf, pre-buff. Roll back two changes to her before she got her health buff. She was perfect back then. Alright, we don't need her to be overpowered or nerfed to pieces like this. If you want to do some changes on D.va, let me tell you, there are a lot of bugs. Whenever I play D.va and I get flashed or I get smacked by Reinhardt, my screen flashes black and I get some weird Chinese or Asian characters in my screen and I can't see where I'm going. I always thought that this is Reinhardt smacking me out of my mind, that I get blinded or something, but it's actually a bug. And you know what, I have also uploaded the video, another bug where my mecha get destroyed. No, actually I get a new mecha after I ult and I can't do shit. I can't even use my booster, I can't even shoot, I can't do anything. So why don't you Blizzard boys go and fix that first before you nerf her to pieces again. Thank you. By the way, why don't you freaking pay some attention to the monkey guy, what's his name, Winston. He needs a buff. Oh, and now that we're at it anyway, something that really, it doesn't really bother me, but I don't know why. Why does Blizzard roll out these updates during competitive seasons? I mean, okay, fine. Overwatch is kind of new. It's been what, a year, a bit more than a year. Fine, but these changes that you make, these buffs and these nerfs to any hero that you make a look at Symmetra. She was completely redone. She made a big difference in the game. You guys should just throw out these updates on PTR and, yeah, fine, you say that you guys tested it with blah blah blah, fine, sure, but you then deploy them on live in the middle of competitive seasons. Like this Symmetra update, I think it happened in the middle of season 3, and season 3 is still going, by the way, but this completely changes everything. Also, the Oasis map completely messes up everything, because now if the Oasis map comes out, you have to do extensive playing in quick play, testing this, and you know, it's never going to be the same thing in competitive. You're always going to be at a disadvantage. The game has completely changed. It's not fair. Don't do this during seasons. Like, I am at diamond rank, which is not a big deal, right? But I can imagine grandmasters, at that point it is a big deal. It just doesn't make sense. Think about it.